What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Kenshu Gaming here. I am Kenshu, and we have the NFL Draft. Rebuilding the New England Patriots, and finally, the draft is here. All the preparation, all the youngsters that we scouted, all the young talent in the later rounds. I am excited to get into the war room and rebuild this team exactly how I envision it. Power running team with plays off play action. In our last video, we did free agency. We didn't go all out. We did not want to break the bank, but we did have some key signings. Let's go ahead and go to the roster so I can show you guys before I forget the names of who we got. We re-signed Cam Newton. If we can get a quarterback in the first round, if the quarterback that we want falls to us, he will be the backup, or at least they will compete in preseason to see who's going to be the starter. Wide receiver, we went and got Allen Lazard, the leader in receptions, well, not in receptions, but the leader in yards and touchdowns in the Super Bowl with the Packers. Super Bowl winner with the Packers, I should say. He had 6 receptions, 106 yards, 2 touchdowns. Good game, good pickup for us. Tight end, that is something we need to address in the draft still. Offensive line is good. Right end, we switched Josh from outside linebacker to defensive end in this 4-3 set that we're going to play. And we're going to use his abilities to rush the passer. Defensive tackle, we re-signed Adam Butler. Left outside linebacker is still a question, but like I said, in this year's draft, we're going to address it. Middle linebacker is probably going forward. This is what we got. Right outside linebacker, we went ahead and got Raquan McMillan. He's a run stopper in our 4-3 defense. We got him in free agency. We also went out and got Garyon Conley. Good slot corner, so we didn't have to spend a lot of picks in the draft for a corner position. We're sticking with Adrian Phillips in free safety. Strong safety Patrick Chung is going to be out when we get to preseason, when he gets off the injury list. Kyle Duggar is the future. Kicker Dustin Hopkins is the guy. Roy Rosser was probably going to be moved to the practice squad. Punter, Jake Bailey. And that right now is our roster. And let's finally get into it, guys. I know you guys have been waiting. I know I've been waiting. I'm super excited. Let's get to it. The NFL. The 2021 NFL Draft. Let's get to it. First up on the clock, the Jacksonville Jaguars. We know where they need to go, but will they? They need a quarterback. They're a first round pick. They're their number 1 pick in the draft for a reason. What will they do? And they go! Quarterback Chad Maynard from LSU, 74 overall. 74 overall, Chad Maynard. Go back here. There's no way to click on it. The Chicago Bears select Clayton Calhoun, right outside linebacker from USC. They went right outside linebacker. They're going with Nick Foles as their quarterback. They didn't like the quarterbacks here. The Broncos need a quarterback. Who will they take? They take defensive end Juan Carathus? I don't know how to... I butchered that name completely. Defensive end from USC. Who is the Chargers? The Chargers are in an interesting position here. I feel like they're going to go... They went right guard. They went offensive lineman, 71 overall. Jamie Barber from Clemson. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So I didn't mean to pause it there. I wish we could like just click on that right there to see. Washington went. Oh, another bad drafting from the Washington football team. Left guard, Auburn, Ryan Higgins. Maybe they know something I don't. But right now, that doesn't look like a good top 5 pick. Another quarterback goes off the board, and this is a surprise. This is so surprising. I don't know what this pick is. The Cincinnati Bengals went quarterback, Brian Gonzalez. They just spent the number 1 pick last season on Joe Burrow. What is going on here? That is a mystery. Who is drafting for the Cincinnati Bengals? The first defensive tackle off the board. The Detroit Lions select Harold Tate from San Diego State. Not a bad pick there by Detroit. They need a good defensive line. Stack the defensive line up. The Miami Dolphins, our division rivals, select wide receiver Tim Eubanks. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name. From Wisconsin. It's not a bad pick for Miami. They added another receiver to help Tua. First pick, top 10, 73 overall. We'll see how that works out. Left guard Caleb Kramer from Texas goes to Carolina. Solid pick by Carolina. Next up, our another division rival, the New York Jets. Are they going to go a quarterback? They almost have to. Are they going to go Sam Darnold? Keep with Sam Darnold. They go tight end Zach Quincy. Wow, this is actually, this is crazy. They're going to stick with Sam Darnold, and they actually picked up a player that we were covering. The division just got more interesting. It just got more intense. More of a rivalry. I'll remember that, Jets. The New York Football Giants select wide receiver Taj Clifton, wide receiver from Michigan. Not bad. Help with Daniel Jones. New York didn't do well. The NFC East did terrible last season, but New York was in the fight up until the last 2 or 3 weeks. The Miami Dolphins select Brett Meredith. All the quarterbacks are off the board that we were trying to cover, and I was afraid of that. So we went ahead and re-signed Cam Newton. I cannot believe this. 2 teams who already had quarterbacks that drafted last season pretty high in the first round took quarterbacks in the first round here. Unbelievable. The Minnesota Vikings select the second defensive tackle off the board, Harvey Bradshaw from Clemson. Minnesota has a lot of questions to be answered as well. They were 6-10, I believe. The Arizona Cardinals select Brett LaRubio, middle linebacker from Georgia. 69 overall. Seems more of like a second round pick, but they know what they're doing. They have Kyler Murray, and let's see what the Cardinals do this season. The Pittsburgh Steelers select right tackle Cordell Connor from Colorado. They probably need help on the offensive line, and it might be a good pick. Boys, we're up next after the Atlanta Falcons. And if the tight end is still there, we are going to select a tight end. The Atlanta Falcons select wide receiver Christian Morrison. And that means, with the very first pick of me being GM of the New England Patriots on this... Whoa. Let's not select a left guard here. We're going to go tight end. Trey Benjamin, welcome to the New England Patriots. A 73 overall. Good possession. Let's check out the ratings. 86 speed, 85 catching, good acceleration, good short route, good catch in traffic. But we're not done. We are up next again. Now this is going to be a hard one. What do we have on the board here? We just got a corner. We don't need a corner. Don't need a corner. We have a left tackle. We're going to go ahead and go. Let's back it up here. Go ahead and go to draft board. Let's see our round one. Zach Douglas, wide receiver, defensive tackle, wide receiver. All our, let's back out really here. Really quick, let's pause the draft because we are actually going to take more time than what's needed to go ahead and decide on who we're going to select. So what we have, seeing quarterbacks. Quarterbacks, there's nothing there. We can't take. Cam Newton is the guy for right now, for another season. Derek Thomas, power back. But we have Damian Harris. What do we do? What do we do? We got the tight end we needed. We don't need another tight end. Defensive tackle can wait until the later rounds. We could just trade out a safety. I don't even think I scouted safeties, to be honest. I didn't. He's a late rounder. I'm thinking, guys, I'm thinking. I think we're going to go ahead and just trade out. The quarterback pick wasn't there. See what we get. A round 2 2021 draft pick. Round 2, round 2, round 2. I don't like any of these. The Bills, they're definitely not getting our pick here. Should we go running back? We can get a running back at the end of the draft, though. We're going to go with Washington. They're going to give us a round 2 pick. We're going to go with Washington. That'll be next year. Round 2, round 4, and a round 7. All next year. And we have a round 3 next year as well. We just built for the future. Go ahead and resume draft. We're going to go ahead and play out the whole round 1 selection of draft picks for all the teams. But yes, we did get tight end. The tight end that we wanted. Well, one of the tight ends we wanted. We wanted the Jets tight end first, but we'll settle for this tight end. Amari Nails from USF goes to the Washington football team. That's a way better pick than the right guard they had chose. The Bills select left guard from Alabama, and I sit here and I am enjoying this pick by the Bills. Wonderful pick by the Bills. I love it, Bills. Keep drafting 69 overalls in the first round. You won't be division leader for long. Philadelphia Eagles on the clock. Philadelphia selects wide receiver Casey Winston. We could have gone wide receiver, but I just feel like there's a lot more talent in the later rounds, and we got more picks for next year's draft. Wide receiver from Tennessee, Philly. Alshon Jeffrey getting old and stuff. That was a good pick by them. And we were looking at Jamal Whitaker from Miami. And I'm glad we didn't select him. 71 overall. Goes to the Browns. Good for the Browns. That's what they needed. That's what they needed to address. But we had 3 starters on our team for corner. The Dallas Cowboys trying to replace Sean Lee after he retires. The Dallas Cowboys select Cameron Spellman, left outside linebacker, Miami. Probably needs a little bit of work. Definitely, well, not going to say probably. Definitely needs a little bit of work. Probably a good linebacker in the next 2 or 3 years. Manu Gonzalez, safety out of Michigan State, goes to the Oakland Raiders. Next up, New York Jets. New York selected a tight end, the tight end that we covered, and they're here again in round 1. And they select defensive tackle Emmanuel Hatchett, SMU. It's very painful to watch some of these picks. The Madden draft logic was supposed to be updated. And I just feel like it wasn't that great of an update if they're picking 67 overall for defensive tackles. They're pretty much just taking the next one on the board, the best one in that available position. Cornerback Bryce Burke, Memphis, goes to the Indianapolis Colts. Tampa Bay's on the clock. Tampa Bay also selects a defensive back from North Dakota State, Evan McCree, 68 overall. I think this is a make or break year for Tampa Bay, isn't it? Tom Brady only has maybe 1 year left in him. This might be it. It's Super Bowl or bust. Their first round pick, not looking so good. The Tennessee Titans select Rashad Singh, left outside linebacker, Toledo. Tennessee regressed this year in terms where they landed in the playoffs. They exited the wild card via Baltimore Ravens. San Francisco selected defensive back Devon Hendricks, USC. That makes sense there for 49ers. Richard Sherman is getting older, so they want to draft for the future in that position, and what better place than USC, Southern Californian guy, can head up north a little bit and play for the 49ers. The New Orleans Saints select Keelan Davis, defensive back, Oregon State. A lot of defensive backs are going off the board right now. Kansas City is next up. And we'll see what Kansas City does after a disappointing Super Bowl run, losing to the Browns by 11 points. Kansas City selects Trevor Roberts, free safety from West Virginia, trying to replace Eric Berry. Still trying to replace Eric Berry. Will Roberts be the future for the safety position for the Chiefs? The Green Bay Packers select Curtis. Let me rephrase that. The Super Bowl champion Green Bay Packers select Curtis Yancey, cornerback from Vanderbilt, 69 overall. Is that going to be helpful to the Packers right away? Probably not. But they're the Super Bowl champions. I just got into this business this year, rebuilding the Patriots, so they know what they're doing. I don't. Jacksonville, next on the clock. The Baltimore Ravens select Alonzo Creighton, right outside linebacker from Drake. And Jacksonville's on just made their pick. Gordon Clifford, left tackle, Kansas State. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and advance to our pick. Another defensive tackle off the board to the Bears. Safety off the board to the Broncos. Barker, left tackle. Good for Herbert. Juan Franks, Washington. Right tackle. Meadows. The Miami Dolphins select Jamal Richards, right in. Carolina goes with the wide receiver. The Jets select defensive back. A lot of defensive backs are off the board now. Oh, so we were going to try to select Derek Thomas. Let's pause the draft really quick. We were going to try to select Derek Thomas, actually. And he went to the the New York Giants, which is interesting because they have a running back in Saquon Barkley. Doesn't show yet. So that's very interesting. Anywho, the Miami Dolphins are next. See who they pick. They pick Rashad Redmond, running back. Right tackle Adam Wynn to the Jags. Very good pick. They went left tackle, right tackle, and they got themselves a quarterback. So whoever's running Jacksonville down there right now is actually doing a pretty decent draft. And we're up next. I'm going to go ahead and pause the draft here. And we're going to make our selection. To our draft board. Okay. We're not ready to take a defensive tackle yet. For the players here, let's see. We'll just go ahead and start drafting our players here. We're actually going to go, we might go with Darwin Goodwin. But there is other, but he's physical and I like physical receivers. It is our pick, right? Alright. We're going to go ahead and draft Darren Godwin. I think I said his name wrong the first time around, but yeah. Oh, he's a 70 overall. It's not that good, to be honest. I think we busted on this pick. Let's check his ratings. For right now, he's not that good. Catch in traffic's 79, catching's an 83, short route an 80, release an 80, jumping's decent, agility's good, spectacular catch, really good. Not that great of speed, though. Alright, so we're going to just roll on and just go advance user our next pick. And we're going to go ahead and start selecting off our board. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get our left outside linebacker. Pursuit, tackle, hit power. First and bench press. So I think this was an excellent pick. 69 overall. He has a hidden development trait, most likely just going to be a star. And what a good pickup for us right away. He'll work out really good in this 4-3 defense. I'm excited. Let's go ahead and continue with our next pick. We're still going to go ahead and go off of the draft board that we have put together. Let's go ahead and take our defensive tackle. Mid first round pick. Early first round pick. Oh, hello. Oh my goodness. And we have another hidden. Wow. We are looking good for the future. He's number 5. He's ranked number 5 in the draft. He's ranked number 5. How? How is this possible? We just got him. We just got Javier Ramos from Alabama. Hidden development trait, probably a star, more than likely. Run stopper, 75 overall. And my goodness, the New England Patriots are looking good right now on defense. What great acquisitions we're picking up here. Wonderful. Let's go on to our next pick. Wow. I cannot believe that. We are picking up some good players in this rebuild process. Alright, so it's the 5th round. Still have... Let's go to our draft board here. Let's go ahead and go running back. Jalen Stuckey. Ball carrier vision, juke move, spin move, all good. And he's a 70 overall. His receiving is a 64. It's not terrible. Well, it probably is terrible, but we'll check. Short routes a 65. Catching's a 69. Could easily be a 70 after this season. Spectacular catch is a 72. I think we just found our 3rd down running back to replace James White and Rex Burkhead. Good pick. I like it. Go to our round 6 pick. We have 2 round 6 picks. Draft board. And we're actually going to go ahead and take Jermaine Morrison. Another defensive tackle. Oh my goodness. A 71 overall hidden development trait. He can replace Adam Butler in the next 2 years. That hidden development trait. Our defensive line. Chase Winovich, star. We just drafted Javier Ramos, hidden development, automatic starter. Straight. Plug him in. And then we have Jeremiah Morrison, hidden development, star, probably. More than likely, that's what it's going to be. And our defensive line is going to be exactly where we want it in a couple years. Perfect. Just perfect. This draft is going to go down as one of the best drafts probably we have in this series. Alright, let's see what's on the board here. A lot of tight ends. Okay, we don't have much scouted after this. So at this point, we're going to see where we need for needs in terms of just roster fill. A center. So we're going to go ahead and draft a center. We're going to take an undrafted one. We have no idea. Vert jump, 3-cone, bench press. Let's draft Mitch Osborne. 64 overall. He'll be a decent backup. And we'll have one more player to draft here to round out this spectacular draft that we have. My goodness. Alright, so let's see what we need on defense. We need a right end. Right end. We're going to go ahead and just choose a random right end here from Florida. Eek. His draft combine is terrible. Bench press. Najee Bush. We took Najee Bush, 7th round pick. And the draft is now over. In the draft, we're going to look at what we picked. We're going to look at what our division picked. Let's see. Alright, so our first overall pick was Trey Benjamin. Speed's an 86, 85 catching. Decent speed for a tight end, to be honest. 6'6" tight end, right? Yep. Catching traffic is an 80. Acceleration's an 85. Trucking's a 76. Short routes a 75. Catching traffic, all good stuff. Good. Our second round pick, Darren Goodwin. Probably the pick that probably wasn't our best pick throughout the whole draft that we scouted. Probably our worst pick. And our worst pick was a 70 overall. Good acceleration, decent catching traffic, good short route, good spectacular catch, decent, honestly an 80 release, not bad for a kid coming out of college. Agility's good, jumping's good, secondary attributes, change of direction's good. Change of direction with his acceleration and agility, not bad, he's kind of shifty. Juke move, really good. Injury's good. Not bad. Maybe not so bad as I when I first analyzed I can't say the word. Analyzed the receiver. Ashton Freeman, left outside linebacker. Tackle 77, decent hit power, speed, acceleration, pursuit. It's all good. Block shedding is what we really were looking for, and 77 is pretty decent. The things that he's lacking is pass rush moves, and I don't ever intend for him to be a pass rusher. He's really good, and he's got a hidden development trait. Star. Now, our sexiest pick of the draft. I'm getting tongue twisted today. Javier Ramos. Our rookie out of Alabama. 4th round pick. Hidden development. 75 overall. Number 5 ranked in the draft. Fell to the 4th round. Projected for the 7th round though. I don't know how people miss this. From Alabama, a school that is covered daily. Anyway, strength 94, block shedding 77, 82 tackle, 83 acceleration, all very good traits. Play recognition 73. Hit power 65, he's not going to be forcing fumbles. Okay. Pursuit 77, injuries a 92, good. Stamina, toughness, all good. He has an undisciplined penalty tendency though. That might... We'll see if we can change that. Stuckey, our replacement for James White. Breaking tackles a 78, speeds a 91, acceleration, agility, carrying BC vision. This is all good. For 70 overall. Trucking's a 71. That's decent for an elusive back. Stiff arm's good. Change of direction's an 85. Juke move's an 83. Catching's a 69. Short route's a 65. Spectacular catches a 72 and release is a 70. He can play against linebackers and win. Good stuff. Jeremiah Morrison. Our second defensive tackle that we took, that is going to eventually just replace Adam Butler. Strength, good. Block shedding needs work. That's actually concerning. 68. Power moves, decent. Play recognition, decent. 83 tackle, 82 acceleration. Hit powers at 75. 92 stamina. Okay, not a whole lot here. The strength is amazing. 92 tackles, really good. Acceleration's good. Power moves, decent. The block shedding needs working. That's where the hidden development trait should come into play and help. And our last 2 picks that we didn't scout was center Mitch Osborne and right end Mitch Osborne. Are they brothers? What is this? Are they brothers? No, that's in Bush. Where did I get Osborne from? Anyways, Mitch Osborne and Najee Bush, right end and center, respectively. Let's check out what the Dolphins did, what the Jets did, and what the Bills did. Let's go with the Bills first. They found a 73 overall Justin Spencer center. That's actually really good for them. And they found Ramon Sweet, 71 overall wide receiver. Both later rounds, 3rd and 5th. Their first 2 rounds they tanked, 69 and 66. Alright, let's go to the Jets. Zach Quincy, 74 overall, and that's pretty much all they did. And they got a corner, 69. I guess the first 3 rounds are okay. John Stecker, we're going to pick him for one of our left outside linebacker choices, but let's see if he has a hidden development. Well, I am glad that we picked our left outside linebacker that we picked, because he does not have a hidden development. Zach Quincy has a hidden development. That's who I initially wanted, was Zach Quincy. But we got who we got. Actually, I'm glad that we got who we got. He doesn't really have that great stats. He has carrying, ball carrier vision, toughness, 85 change of direction, but his catching in traffic, not that good. Not that good at all. Dolphins. Okay, the Dolphins actually picked pretty good. They went all offensive the first 3 rounds. 73 wide receiver. I don't know why they went Meredith. This could have been our quarterback. This is who I was actually looking at. If any quarterback was going to fall, it was going to be Meredith. And they took him. They took him at number 12. Unbelievable. Let's see. He has a normal dev trait. And they have Tua. They just drafted Tua. I don't understand. But yeah, they got a running back 70 in the 2nd round. Meredith, 1st round pick, and wide receiver Tim. We're just gonna say Banks, Tim Banks, in the 1st round. Other than that, they didn't really do anything else. So, I think we actually had the best draft out of everyone, obviously. There's no doubt that we didn't. Cam Newton is going to be our quarterback. It's not the worst thing, but it's definitely not for the future. Sony Michel, Damian Harris, Jaleel Stuckey round out, and J.J. Taylor round out the running back position. Wide receivers, Darren Goodwin, our 2nd round pick, Alan Lazard, Jacoby Meyer Leeds, and Gunnar Olszewski rounds out the wide receiver position, most likely a punt returner. Tight end, Benjamin is our guy, and then we're probably going to keep Izzo and move Keene and or probably cut Cardona and move Keene to the practice squad. We know our offensive line. Chase is our left end. Josh is our right end. And our 3 defensive tackles. Javier Ramos, our 4th round draft pick. Our stud. Freeman, outside linebacker, hidden development trait. Bentley is going to be our starting middle linebacker, with Torres Hall backing him up. Raquan McMillan, not McMillian, not yet anyways. Defensive back, J.C. Jackson, Jonathan Jones, Conley. Safety position, Adrian Phillips. Strong safety position, Chung and Duggar. Chung's going to be out soon, though. Hopkins as our kicker. And then we have next year's draft. 2 second-round picks, 2 third-round picks, 2 fourth-round picks, 2 seventh-round picks. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. So we're going to go ahead and sim into the first week of preseason. And we're actually going to sim the first 2 games of preseason. But first we are going to get rid of Patrick Chung. Can't get rid of him yet. It'll probably be after this week. Offensive line mentorship, of course. Okay, this is for Michael Anowinu. I don't know how to say his last name. This one's for Michael, and we're going to go ahead and improve his run block game. We're going to do power block. There we go. He's got +3. We're going to go ahead and advance again. Alright. Check in with David Andrews on Michael. Okay. He's got +3 awareness, so he had to go up 1 more point, so that would mean he's an 80 overall. Let's go down, returning from injury, so now we can trade Patrick Chung. Who wants him, though, is a question. Doesn't look like anyone wants him. The Titans want him. Really, we had to go through. Oh, there we go. No. The Titans want him. We're going to give Titans Patrick Chung, which kind of makes sense. He's a New England guy. Honestly, we'll give it to you for like a 5th round pick for next season. Over the salary cap. We will literally take your worst player. We'll take your worst player, Tennessee, to get you. There we go. Alright. In return, we got a backup safety. Alright. Go ahead and advance week. Whoa, cancel. Advanced week. Alright, we're going to do our cuts. We're going to advance into the regular season. And then our next video will be the first regular season of the 2021 New England Patriots. So let's go ahead and cut our players here. Joe Cardona, yeah, definitely cut. Jake, yes, move to the practice squad. Go to quarterback really quick. Jarrett will be our backup again. For running back, stays the same. 1, 2. I like keeping 6 wide receivers. Yep, that's good. Dalton Keene will move to the practice squad. Go back to left tackle. Okay, got 7 more players to go. Forgot about Marcus Cannon. Can we just cut him? We'll just cut Marcus Cannon. And we will move you to the practice squad. And there we go. We have our offensive line set. Left end is good. Right end's good. And cut Bo Allen. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's good. Left outside linebacker. We actually signed Sean Bowers, and we'll keep on from Jennings. Okay. Brandon King's gone. Keep these two corners, though. Miles Bryant moved to the practice squad. And then Roar. Rosser, our kicker, needs to go to the practice squad. Voila. Alright, so we made final cuts. Go to next week. And we went 2-2 for our preseason start. And go ahead and go upgrade players. We'll upgrade the players first. Michael will be an 81 overall right tackle coming out of training camp and preseason. Wonderful. Josh will be a speed rusher, defensive end, 74 overall, starting the first game of the season. I like it. Antonio Callaway becomes a 70 overall. Our left guard, J.C. Jackson. Our star defensive back goes up 1 for an 86 overall to start the season. And he's a superstar. So guys, that will conclude the off season. We saw the NFL draft play out. I want to know what you guys think about the NFL draft. What happened? All these young players in the late rounds. A 7th round projected defensive tackle turns out to be the number 5 overall player in the draft. Javier Ramos from Alabama. It's unbelievable. But that will do it. In our next video, we will watch the first division game of the season, and it's a big one. It's New England at the Buffalo Bills. I'll see you guys next time.